Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna go to Whipsnade Zoo. It's an amazing zoo near North London, just 1 hour away from North London. That's where I live, near North London. So we're entering Whipsnade Zoo. There are lots of animals, and we'll also be seeing elephants and big animals like that. We're entering the lemur enclosure. There are ringtail lemurs and there are black lemurs. Very good, but these lemurs they aren't in the enclosure now, so we're just gonna show you this small stream, and these are them inside. They're literally sleeping, those ringtail lemurs. Look at all that. These are some ducks we saw in the stream while we went to see the lemurs. Very beautiful. It was a very beautiful place. And now we're going to the chimpanzee enclosure. Chimpanzee. Chimpampire. That's my sister. So these are all the chimpanzees. So this is the chimpanzee enclosure. Where's the chimpanzee? It's in a corner right over there, I think. Keep looking, you might be able to see it. It's right there. You can see it right there. It's pretty big. Chimpanzee. It's crazy. Very smart. They're very smart. They're our closest relatives. You can just see that. It's literally looking at us. And this is the penguins. We went to the penguins enclosure. And we also went to wallabies enclosure. So this is us. We're going to see European bison. These are European bison. It's totally giant. I'm like 4'7", and you can see I'm literally nothing compared to that. That's literally me talking about this European bison. It's so interesting. You can go on Google and search about it. Usually wolves hunt bison. You can see some documentaries of wolves hunting this bison in Yellowstone. You can just see that giant bison. Pretty hard for a wolf to take on, but wolves have packs. Sister and me. We're looking at these bisons. My whole family came to this zoo. It's very good. My dad, my mom, my sister, and me. Look at those giant ones. You can just see oh my god. Oh my god. You can just see that one's horn. That is totally crazy. Now we're entering the bears and wolverines. So we're gonna see the bear enclosure and the wolverine enclosure. But not the wolverine. We might not be able to see that. So right there you can see that bit brown. That's the brown bear. We didn't get to see the wolverines, but we did see a bit of fur, but it wasn't really that clear. You can see that it's literally, oh my god, this is literally brown bears. Brown bears, so crazy. We're entering the penguins enclosure. Meet the northern rockhopper. You can see they're right there in the corner. There, right there. Right there. And there's some ducks in this enclosure for some reason. I wonder, do penguins fight with these ducks? Well, we don't know. These are penguins. And there's also one right under the bush. You can see it's so cute right under the bush. I recommend you should visit this zoo. You should visit it. You should definitely visit it. And we literally just saw. This is literally on the back of the left enclosure. There's so many penguins. The left back for some reason. On this for some reason. And those are different species for the next enclosure behind these. But these are very beautiful. And now this is the next enclosure. Different species of penguins. You know, in these small ponds, like in this small pond like this, on the sides there's moss growing. That's me picking up my sister. She's pretty light. You can see my dad's the guy wearing the black hat. What a view. You can see that behind. Seagulls. Seagulls. We took some pictures in that space. And we also saw a red kite. Whoa. It's totally amazing, right? Red kite. We saw a red kite in the sky, not even in the enclosure. We just saw it near the zoo. Maybe it's meeting its wild friends. It's totally crazy when we came to the zoo. It's very fun. And now we're entering the Eurasian lynx. This is my favorite animal. I was so happy to see this Eurasian lynx. Let's literally just stare at this animal, okay? It's gonna be so satisfying. They're very cool animals. They're my favorite animal. Lynxes. It used to be wolves, but actually lynx have took my brain now. Like every month or two, I have like a new favorite animal. So these lynx usually have like sometimes small mammals like rabbits and deer, moose, and wild boar and animals like that. They have lots of animals like that, and sometimes they encounter wolves, but still they're pretty small. They're smaller than wolves, but they're still pretty powerful. You can see the lynx right there. Oh my god! Yeah. This is the Eurasian lynx. It's totally crazy. The Eurasian lynx. This is why I'm recommending you to come to the zoo. It's the best zoo I've ever went to. And this is the other one. There are 2 lynxes. It's totally insane. Look at that. That's a lynx. That's what you call a lynx. And now we are at a different enclosure. We are at the bongo enclosure. We're seeing bongos. And plus, I also got to get a lolly. You can also get lollies. There's a giant bongo. In real life, if you came and saw it, it was pretty big. It was giant. Bongo. It's called a bongo. Funny name. Bongo. You can see its horns are a bit twisted. Like the markhor. They're like a bit twisted, I think. They're a bit twisted. You can just see it as a giant enclosure. And behind there are also some deer. This bongo is very stripy, right? White stripes. And now we're going to see the white rhinos. And we're going to see the hippos. That's how big hippo teeth are. It's literally so long. So hippos, they usually would really just, because the sun burns their skin, they can't go and graze and eat food on the grass. So at night, they usually would go on the grass and on the ground, not really seen in the water at night, hippos. It's very, very, very interesting how hippos live. And these are the white rhinos. Pretty endangered white rhinos. They're very endangered. You can see 2-horned white rhinos. They're crazy. They're ginormous, very interesting creatures. And if you're a poacher watching this video, please do not poach white rhinos. They are beautiful creatures and they do not deserve to be killed. So this is why I like this zoo. It's a special sanctuary zoo, and it keeps endangered animals. You can see that rhino is literally on the stand eating some hay. So this is a pretty amazing animal. The rhino, it's very, very interesting to see the rhino. The rhino, you can just see that their horns, and it kept me like, I was so interested in the rhino that I was actually like, when my dad was asking, huh, Mustafa, are you still there? And then I was like, rhino. And then, I stand up. And I was like shocked. You can see there's literally a mother rhino and her calf. I think you call it a calf, yeah. So these baby rhinos are very interesting. And after that, we saw wallabies in the open. No enclosure. So in the zoo, there are also some animals that you'll see all across the zoo in the open. So these were wallabies we just saw. I was trying to chase some wallabies, but they were a bit faster than me. I nearly got one wallaby. I nearly got to pet it. I had to go slow. This is me, I'm just trying to... I didn't know that they're afraid. And look how it runs away. It's so crazy. I wasn't really even sprinting at my top speed though. Later I would. And now there are lots of these goats in this, but there really weren't. There are lots of these signs of these goats, but they weren't really goats and sheep, but they're not really, I can't really see any in these. Badger-faced Wash Mountain sheep, and there was also Kashmir something goat. And now this is the blue crane. It's very interesting to see species of cranes and birds. Birds are very interesting for me. They're like, their beaks are very good, very interesting. And we also saw ostriches, and they were literally just roaming around. And we also saw some meerkats. We literally see meerkats in literally nearly every zoo I've been. I've seen them literally nearly everywhere. Meerkats are very, very interesting. They're like a type of mongoose. They can like fight up a king cobra. And here is the lion cubs. They did lion cubs separately. So these are the lion cubs. You can just see they're so cute. Lion cubs in this giant enclosure. 3 lion cubs in this giant enclosure. I don't know where the other ones gone, but these are very cute. And then there's the Defasa waterbuck. It's right over there. A Defasa waterbuck, I think. I think it's that one. And we're seeing something totally amazing here. Hippopotamus! We're seeing hippopotamuses. For some reason, they're grazing on sand right now. And these are oryx. I forgot what species. It was a something oryx. I don't know what it was. Was it something oryx? I think it's a species of... No, wait. Well, very interesting. You can see, like, the horns are so sharp, I would not even dare to go near the animal. Once I saw this video on YouTube, a honey badger was attacking this, and then it literally hit the honey badger, but the honey badger was like a cat screeching. And it was, like, totally frozen. And it got hit in the stomach. Very, very bad. Totally injured by the oryx's sharp horns. They're very, very interesting. And they're usually the national animal of Dubai. And here are the flamingos. My dad really likes them because they're like balancing, and they're very interesting to him because they like balance, and they're very beautiful creatures. You can see they're like very beautiful. You can see that one, they're like... Some are standing on one leg. It's amazing how they can stand on one leg. And it's totally nice. And this is the duck. I don't know what it's trying to do. I think it's trying to get food, but you can literally see. Just watch. It's going to be so funny. It's literally so crazy. Even the other ducks are doing it. For some reason, they're literally shoving their butts in the air. showing off to every human. Oh, look, everybody, look. Ducks also have bottoms. Look, we can all have bottoms. But my dad thought maybe there's food under and they're trying to go and get it, maybe. Or maybe there's something they're attracted to and they try and go low. And this is when we saw the king of all animals, the Siberian tiger. We saw the Siberian tiger is totally giant. Totally giant. And also I did say there are lots of animals in the open, not in enclosures. So there's these wallabies, and then there's also this Patagonian mara. These you found in Argentina. You're thinking, are these a rabbit or a deer? They're actually a rodent. And one interesting, disgusting fact, they eat poop. Patagonian maras, but they're pretty cute. You can just see them. They're like a mix of a deer and a rabbit. It looks like that, but they're actually a rodent. They're like I think they're like the second biggest rodent, because the biggest rodent is a capybara. These are like the second biggest because they're pretty big rodents. You can just see the legs are pretty skinny, pretty interesting. And then this was, I think, babirusa. A babirusa. I think it was a babirusa. I'm not really sure. I think it was a babirusa. A babirusa, it's like a type of wild pig. Babirusa. Babirusa? I'm not really sure. I think it's babirusa. I'm not really sure. I think it's babirusa. Grayish color. They're literally coming towards us. This one literally... What the sigma? It's literally coming towards us. And there's this other red deer or something. And these are yaks. Yaks. They're very interesting. They're very nice. And, they're because they live high in the mountains, so there's less air. So did you know that their lungs are like about 3 times bigger than our human lungs? So they can breathe better. And this is a one-horned rhino. I forgot what it was called. Usually found in Nepal. They're pretty endangered. These rhinos, they're one-horned. You can just see the skin. And these are the Asian elephants. We saw Asian elephants too. It was very, very interesting. Asian elephants. Also saw this other bird. I forgot what it's called. It's like a mix of an emu and an ostrich. I have no idea what it's called though. I knew it, but then I forgot it. It's very weird and interesting. It looks very fluffy that I can hug it. And we saw lots of rhinos and stuff. And we also saw there, just behind the rhinos, oryx. Some oryx. The national animal. Very, very, very sharp horns. Never mess with them. Never, ever mess with the oryx. And we also saw reindeer. And I was trying to get his attention and getting it, but I actually got scared off. Poor thing. So this is the end of my video. If you enjoyed this, please give a like and subscribe. This has been very interesting to come to the zoo. And I recommend you to come to the zoo. It's very, very fun. And hopefully you'll see more animals than me. We didn't even get to see all of the animals. There's so much. You can see so many. Bye, guys.